Lesson 326. I am forever an effect of God. Welcome to the Qigong support for A Course in Miracles students. My name is Judith, and this is part of the Lucid Mind Center. And the Lucid Mind Center is a virtual mind training center, which I started back in 2010 and 2011 after I became a facilitator for the Monroe Institute. And the reason I became a facilitator is because the experiences I had at the Gateway Voyage, which I went to a week after I had finished the Course in Miracles, was very much influenced by my understanding and learning of A Course in Miracles, which I had studied for 14 months before that. And that is why I started the website, because I needed to transmit all those different teachings in some sort of a format which I could share with people. But it's only now, after I have also become a Qigong master, that it all makes sense. And this year, 2024, I've really dedicated to recording a Qigong class for every single one of those Course in Miracle lessons. In the second part, I am recording one or two classes for the specific special thought, and then I'm also guiding you to different classes which are suitable to internalize the lesson. If you are absolutely new to my channel, below in the description I've got links to videos which I have recorded on how Qigong can help you as a Course in Miracles student. And that is why it's called Qigong Support, because at the end, after reading and contemplating this lesson together with you, I'm going to guide you to Qigong classes, which are going to hopefully help you integrate, understand, and experience the idea of today's Course in Miracle lesson. Let's begin reading our lesson together, and I'm going to give you more instructions at the end. As you can see, this is again a new setting. I'm actually recording you today from my laptop, my work laptop, and let's see if this process goes faster than when I'm actually recording you from a mobile phone. Anyway, so lesson 326. I am forever an effect of God. We all are. And it starts with a long prayer. Father, I was created in your mind, a holy thought that never left its home. I am forever your effect, and you forever and forever are my cause. So the Father is the cause, and we are the effect. Every single one of us is the effect of the mind, of the thought of God. The difference between us, the only difference, if you will, is the difference between the ones who remember and the ones who don't. That is the only difference. And the ones who do remember, we have got more. So we can choose to share with that what we have a little bit more temporarily, to help those who have got a little bit less of the understanding, not of the physical goods. So I am forever your effect, and you forever and forever are my cause. As you created me, I have remained. Where you established me, I still abide. Where you established me. Where did he establish me? In his mind. Where you established me, I still abide, and all your attributes abide in me. And the attributes of God are the virtues which you have within yourself. And those virtues, which I absolutely love about Qigong, is because they have very cleverly assigned them to the 5 elements, and then those 5 elements they have assigned to the different body parts or body areas or organ systems, if you will, which we can actually experience as feelings of discomfort or also comfort within our body. For example, love. Love is the unconditional love, is felt through the heart, if you will. It's experienced through the heart. But its negative emotions, they are also experienced in the heart. For example, heartbreak or impatience. It is something which comes from this particular area when you're impatient or you're hasty and you're like pushing somebody along, or too much joy, too much excitement. This is all kind of in the heart area. So the Chinese saying that when you have got the negative, when you allow the negative aspects to get hold of your heart, for example, which is impatience, the unwillingness to love, the hastiness, um, the unwillingness to be loved. Also that as well, to say, no, I don't need nobody to love me. This kind of rejection, this then hides the virtue of compassion. It hides the virtue, and it hides not only the virtue of compassion, it actually hides the ability to experience yourself as unconditional love, because that is what you actually are. It's not actually in the heart, which is the emperor of all the other organs. It's the love which you truly are, and you're experiencing it through the heart and through the heart center. And even in yoga, the chakras there, which are associated in this particular area, they're also related to the heart. And so the Qigong is saying is that what you have to do is you have to undo the negative emotions to uncover the virtues. And so what it says here, where you established me, I still abide, and all your attributes, which I said are the virtues, abide in me. And the body is just a vehicle to make you understand yourself and those attributes of who you are. It's just a vehicle. It's not that you need to be body. It's just helping you in this human experience understand who you truly are, because it is your will to have a son so like his cause, so like the creator, that cause and its effects are indistinguishable. That means that that true self which is in you and God is indistinguishable. It is like a river which is connected, and you can't distinguish where the river, where the droplet in this river is, because you are just part of this river. You're part of this ocean. So if the ocean is the God, you're the river, or you're a droplet which maybe momentarily believes that it's disconnected from the body of water, but you're always part of the body of water. Let me read this sentence again. Where you established me, I still abide, and all your attributes abide in me, because it is your will to have a son so like his cause that cause and its effects are indistinguishable. Let me know what I am. Let me know that I am an effect of God, and so I have the power to create like you. And as it is in heaven, so on earth. Your plan I follow here, and at the end, I know that you will gather your effects into the tranquil heaven of your love, where earth will disappear and separate thoughts unite in glory as the Son of God. And what we want to do is we want to bring the heaven onto earth. We want to see the world, the real world. And the real world you can only see when you forgive yourself, when you forgive your brothers, when you forgive God, even if that is what you have an issue with, and with your creator, with your fate, or these kind of things, the Christ, whatever. People have got issues with all kinds of things. So the thing is to forgive, to find that forgiveness, to find that benevolence within yourself, which are the portals which I always say to your true self. And your true self is unconditional love. So the heart's virtue is compassion, and the ultimate highest human potential is unconditional love. And it's fear, which is stored in the kidneys, which is expressing itself in all different ways, hiding all the different virtues which are in our human experience mind body system. And we want to kind of undo those to remember who we truly are. And that's why I think that Qigong and the Course in Miracles, they fit hand in hand together once you have understood both of them. And I'm pretty sure that other teachings, other philosophies fit into it perfectly as well if they are talking of the truth. You just have to kind of understand and dive deep into it. So if you're like a yoga teacher, you probably see the correlation between the Course in Miracles and the yogic, the Vedas, the divine text, if you will, understanding there as well. Where the understanding is also probably hidden in bare sight, just as it is in A Course in Miracles and in Qigong. So let's read that sentence again. And as it is in heaven, so on earth. Your plan I follow here, and at the end I know that you will gather your effects into the tranquil heaven of your love, where earth will disappear and separate thoughts unite in glory as the Son of God. And the effects are we, as it says in the beginning. A holy thought, Father, I was created in your mind, a holy thought that never left its home. I am forever your effect, and you forever and forever my creator. So in this sentence, your plan I follow here, and at the end I know that you will gather your effects. Means each one of us, each one of those son of gods, which is decided to be separate, into the tranquil heaven of your love, into the tranquil heaven of your love. Because that is what we truly are, and that is what God truly is, and that is how we are experiencing God, is through love, through kindness, through benevolence, patience, all those virtues, trust. In the manual for teachers, you have got all those characteristics which are called here. Trust is a big one, which is the development of trust, which I absolutely been studying over and over and over again, and always trying to figure out where in the development of trust am I. Another one is honesty, tolerance, gentleness, joy, defenselessness, generosity, patience, faithfulness. And as I'm reading all these ones, I'm already attributing it to the different elements. Open-mindedness. So there's a lot of them which are heart-centered. Open-mindedness is heart-centered. Faithfulness, this is the spleen. Patience, this is again the heart. Generosity is the liver. Defenselessness, I would almost put that into the kidneys. Joy, again the heart. Gentleness, I would put that into kidneys. Tolerance, it's probably the lungs. Honesty is the lungs, and trust is the spleen. So these effects, these attributes or the characteristics of God teachers, these are the virtues which we call them in Qigong. And then there's only one sentence of additional text which goes like this: let us today behold earth disappear, at first transformed and then forgiven, fade entirely into God's holy will. And this kind of stuff we want to do while we are actually in meditation. We want to see the earth disappear in our mind. We want to let go of those attachments, these worries, these things which are happening to us. We want to let go of that. And at first transformed and then forgiven, to fade entirely into God's holy will. And that's definitely something we want to meditate on. So in the Qigong class, I'm going to ask you to read the idea and also the prayer. Now, as we are approaching the end of our year together, and one of my desires is to teach you how to apply the Course in Miracle lessons really in any kind of meditative situation. Now, whether you're doing this seated meditation, or whether you're doing actually a Qigong class, seated or standing, or whether you're doing a yoga class, or whether you're doing a walk, you begin meditating in a nice forest walk, or in a nice plain where you're basically enjoying yourself. What I want to share with you is how to keep this idea in mind, and then when you come into peace, how to allow yourself, when you come into a different state of mind, how then to read the idea and read the prayer, and then actually allow yourself in that expanded state of consciousness, expand the idea of the prayer and the idea of the lesson into that space, which is your space of influence, I feel. And so during the Qigong classes, I'm guiding you more often now to generic Qigong classes. And during those Qigong classes, when I say remember your affirmation or remember your prayer, this is the cue for you to actually then stop the video, read your idea, read your prayer, and then return back to the video, returning back into the movement, where we then applying the lesson. We are allowing the idea to expand in our awareness, in our consciousness. Because at the end of the day, what we are is awareness. That is what we actually are. And that's why there is no difference. Once the body dies, the awareness is going to stay. The awareness is probably going to become a little bit more crystal clear, but the awareness of self is going to be exactly the same as it is right now. So with all these ideas in mind, let's read this lesson one more time before I send you off to the Qigong classes. Lesson 326. I am forever an effect of God. Father, I was created in your mind, a holy thought that never left its home. I am forever your effect, and you forever and forever are my cause. As you created me, I have remained. Where you established me, I still abide, and all your attributes abide in me, because it is your will to have a son so like his cause that cause and its effect are indistinguishable. Let me know that I am an effect of God, and so I have the power to create like you. And as it is in heaven, so on earth. Your plan I follow here, and at the end I know that you will gather your effects, namely me and all my brothers, into the tranquil heaven of your love, where earth will disappear and separate thoughts unite in glory as the Son of God. Let us today behold earth disappear, at first transformed and then forgiven, fade entirely into God's holy will. Amazing. So for this particular lesson, I'm suggesting this Qigong class, which I think could be interesting for you today, or this one. Here you have got the reading of what is creation, because that's what we're doing. And here you have the list of all Qigong classes if you would like to do another one. Love, light, and chi to you.